Hey, what's up, y'all? And we're back with another college football preview and prediction video. And up today, we do have um, the Iowa State Cyclones. Uh, and yes, I would like to dedicate this video to Jeff Webster, our friend from Ames, Iowa. Yeah, we miss you, Jeff. So last year, Iowa State, yeah, great season for Iowa State. Their best in school history in terms of win total. 11 wins for the first time in school history. A 10-2 regular season made the Big 12 title game for the second time under Matt Campbell, which they did end up losing to Arizona State. And then they beat Miami in the Pop-Tart Bowl to finish at 11-3. I mean, Iowa State doesn't recruit that great. Not very well at all. But Matt Campbell is a really good coach. He's able to get the most out of the players that he does get. So just squeezes them for all their potential. I mean, it's hard to be consistent at Iowa State, but under Matt Campbell, so like since 2017 they've been making it to a bowl game almost every year, with the exception of 2022 when they went 4-8. But yeah, usually around 7-5 or 8-4 in the regular season. They do have the occasional pop year where they'll make it to the Big Ten championship, like in 2020 and last year 2024. So, but anyway, of course, Iowa State has sent some really good players to the NFL recently. Like those running backs, David Montgomery and Brees Hall, of course, quarterback Brock Purdy, wide receivers. The tight end Charlie Kohler, and some wide receivers like Xavier Hutchinson, and most recently Jalen Knoll and Jaden Higgins. But anyway, so yeah. So now taking a look at them at this year, you do have a returning quarterback in Rocco Becht, and that's huge. I mean, I mean, yes, and he had a pretty good year last year, 3,500 yards, about a 60% completion percentage, uh, 7.7 per attempt, 25 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. I mean, I mean, not bad. Completion percentage and yards per attempt could be a little higher. But anyway, now unfortunately, Rocco Becht is going to be without his top two wide receivers, uh, Jalen Knoll and Jaden Higgins. Both went over 1,000 yards last year. Yes, that's a big loss, and they're pretty much starting over at the wide receiver position, because those were really the only receivers that really had significant production. So, like last year, all their eggs were really in the Noel and Higgins basket. So not really a lot of catches to go around to the other wide receivers. You do bring back your two tight ends, Greg Burkle and Benjamin Brahmer. And then, but as for your wide receivers, like I said, almost no returning production. You do bring back Carson Brown, who had like 11 catches, and Eli Green, who had 10 catches, and that's about it. Brown also scored a touchdown. So, but anyway, yeah. So those two are going to need to step up, and you also did get a couple of receivers out of the transfer portal. You did get Xavier Townsend from UCF, and you also got Chase Sewell from East Carolina. Yeah, I know that's East Carolina, but yeah, he did really good at East Carolina. Almost 700 yards, which is way more than any a returning wide receiver. So he's probably going to start right away. So wide receivers, yes, are a big question mark. It's gonna be really hard to replace a pair of 1,000-yard receivers. But anyway, yeah, and then your running backs, you do bring back Carson Henson, your leading rusher from last year, and also Abu Samu the third also returns. So you've got a good duo at running back. So but anyways, last year offensively, 32 points per game and like 416 yards per game. So I mean, not too bad. That's I mean, that's decent. So, but 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 with wide receivers, being a question, it's like, do you turn to the run game a little bit more this year. But anyway, so now let's take a look at the defense. Now the defense gave about 350 yards per game and about 22, 23 points per game. So that was pretty mid. And you do lose a lot on defense too. You do lose defensive tackle J.R. Singleton, who also had 4 sacks last year, and a defensive end Tyler on Yedim. Defensive end Tyler on Yedim. And let's see who else. A linebacker. Jacob Ellis transferred. And then you also lost your top 2 tacklers, safety Bo Frailer, who is now out of eligibility, and Malik Verdon, who was drafted by the Falcons. So those 2 safeties, leading tacklers gone. But you do bring back defensive tackle Dominic Orange, and you do also have Zamir Hawk. He's a big guy who can step in to replace Singleton. And then let's see, you do bring back your other defensive end, Joey Peterson, who had 2 sacks last year. And then from the transfer portal, you did also get a defensive end, Tamatoa McDonough from Yale. Yeah, know that it's Yale, but I mean, he did have 6.5 sacks. So anyway, let's see, and then in the defensive backs, oh yeah. Also, you lost cornerback Miles Purchase to the NFL. You do bring back defensive backs Jeremiah Cooper and John Tez Williams, who had 4 interceptions last year, led the team. He also had 6 pass deflections. So yeah, he's a ball hawk. And then you also got cornerback Trey Bell out of the transfer portal from Lindenwood. So but anyways, how about we go ahead and get into the schedule. So you start out week 1 in Dublin, Ireland, where you will take on Kansas State. And yeah, I do think this will be a good game to kick off the 2025 college football season. But anyway, yes, but I am going to give the edge to Kansas State. I think this will be a good game, but I do think Kansas State will win. I mean, they're usually a good team, so I mean they do have that Avery Johnson at quarterback returning. So anyway, let's see. The next up, you got South Dakota, and I mean, you should blow right past them. Yeah, that'll be an easy win. And then next up, you do play Iowa in the your in-state rival in the it was called the Cyhawk game, right? Iowa versus Iowa State, and yes, you do get them at home. However, when you look at the last 4 years in this series, it has been the road team that has won the last 4 meetings. So yeah, I'm going to say that pattern continues. So I think that you will lose to Iowa. You know, there's going to be a close, low scoring game. Iowa always has a good defense, so up next, you do play at Arkansas State. Yeah. What are you doing playing at Arkansas State? They should be coming to you. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, this game could be played on the moon, and you would still win. So, and it shouldn't even be close. All right. So next up, so that puts you out with 2-2, going into your first bye week. Now you do have 3 bye weeks because you play in week 0. Whereas, most teams get 2 this year because of the way the calendar works. But anyway, but you get 3 because you played in week 0. All right, so then come out of that first bye, and then you do play Arizona. And I mean, Arizona was terrible last year. They lose their best player at Teteroa McMillan, their wide receiver. So and they were still terrible. So yeah, I think y'all are gonna beat Arizona. Next, you do play at Cincinnati. Cincinnati has been terrible since they came into the Big 12. So I think that's going to be a win. and then the next you play at Colorado, they're going to be taking a big step back this year. I'm losing Travis Hunter and Shadur Sanders and some other key players. So yeah, of course I've already previewed Colorado. So yes, you should already know that I have this as a win. All right, so you're doing pretty good now. So that makes you 5-2. Now heading into your second bye week, and then you do have to play BYU. BYU was a pretty good team last year. They think they do have a returning quarterback, right? The BYU, right? Retzlaff. Anyway, so I think they're probably going to be pretty good this year. So I think you're losing to BYU, and then Arizona State. I mean, I think they're still going to be good. I mean they do lose Cam Scattaboo. So but they do turn quarterback Sam Levitt. And a lot of that and a lot of that team returns, even though they lost Scattaboo. Anyway, so I think that's gonna be a loss. Anyway, so it puts you at what 5-4, and then you do play at TCU, and yes, I do also have you losing to TCU. So I mean it's on the road. I think that TCU is going to be improved this year, or at least no worse than they were last year. So yeah, I do have you losing this one at TCU. And then third bye week, and then you do finish up. You do play Kansas, a revenge game against Kansas. So yeah, I think you'll get the win. And then lastly, you play at Oklahoma. Yeah, I've got no idea what Oklahoma is gonna look like this year. I mean, but they were just absolutely awful last year. I mean, really high expectations for Oklahoma State. After they were bringing back running back Ollie Gordon. They were coming off of a 10-win season, and I don't know what happened. They just fell off the face of the earth. I just don't understand what happened. But anyway, I'm going to mark this one up as a win. So it does put y'all at at 7-5, which I know that 7-5, seems like a letdown. I mean, they do have a lot of expectations this year. I mean, they're probably Iowa State is probably going to be ranked to start the season, but I mean, it's just that without losing Nolan Higgins, and a 7-5. I mean, that's that's been a typical year under Matt Campbell. That's actually been the norm. So, but anyway, so we do have Iowa State 7-5, and is that 5-4 in the Big 12. So, but anyways, that is going to be it. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Give me your prediction for Iowa State, and thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.